Oh, there's just a really nice, just gentle energy flowing through here. It's really peaceful. It's funny, isn't it? When you least expect it, sometimes the feeling of peace can just kind of wash over you, kind of roll over you. It's an interesting moment, really, when you find yourself in a peaceful space because, well, for me at least, typically it catches me so off guard because I am used to being in the pattern of constantly being stressed about something. I really am. I mean, I have been on my own essentially since I was 19 years old. And I know that's older than some. Some people have been, out and about on their own for various reasons at a much younger age. And I'm not trying to compare or judge, but I'm just saying that, I remember being a kid and being so excited about getting old enough to drive a car or drink a beer legally or, any of those adult no-nos that we weren't somehow like deprived of experiencing because it was supposed to be so wonderful and great. And it's funny, we strive and strive to become, older versions of ourselves. We can't wait. We can't wait to have those privileges given to us. And little do we know, even though we see our parents struggling, even though we see our parents' marriage dissolve, sometimes we see illness set in far younger than anybody ever thought possible. And the whole thing really kind of melts down to each one of the moments that we're given. We are given to experience however we choose. In each moment, you could choose right now if you want to experience what I'm saying as sad. And some of you might be looking in my face right now and seeing my expression and hearing the tone of my voice and experiencing sadness because that's how you're relating to me as I speak this. Still, others of you might hear in my voice or see on my face a look of like incredulity, like I don't, it's almost like I'm in awe of the fact that we really are in charge of each moment that we're in. We can choose to be happy in that moment, or we can choose to be sad, or we can choose to be angry. Now, I know that there are things that anger us and set us off. There are triggers, whether they trigger you to have a sad moment or a happy moment or an angry moment. I know that those are really intense uh, um, seconds, I guess, where your brain, your biochemistry and you have a second to decide how you're going to respond. And your ego kicks in and goes, well, wait a minute, I remember this happened before. And it accesses quick as you can think. It accesses a file somewhere, just like digging up some old legal record from, so and so versus so and so in 1949, whatever. There you go, quick as a blink. There's a memory. And before you know it, you're either in an argument or you're crying because your feelings are hurt or you're angry or whatever. But once you can become consciously aware of those moments where you have the clarity to know that you are responding emotionally because of a trigger, and if you have the ability to talk to the ones that you love that are closest in your circle, and you can convey to them that you're just really feeling very, very, very much right now, very much into your feelings. And if they could just let you have a minute to process some of these things, just it's okay to step away. It's not backing down and it's not walking away furiously. It's about looking at the person that you love and telling them, I need to step away. It's nothing against you. I want to finish this conversation. But my mind, my emotions, I need to kind of catch up a little bit so I can think straight. There is no shame in taking that moment for yourself. And soon you start to experience peace in a far different way. I used to have so much chatter in my head. A lot of that chatter was my own doing, was my own self chatter. Uh, I had basically talked myself into believing, 10,000 lies about myself. And I've always been a people pleaser, so, that's half of it. But as I've been unwinding this part of myself and really discovering who I am, I'm finding that I have more quiet in my head than I have ever had before. And within that quietness is this peace. Sometimes it only happens for a split second. But even now, people that live here at the Covenstead will notice when there is this calmness in the place. And I know a lot of that has to do with my own whirlwind, my own, chaos witchness that I kind of embrace, or did. Still do. Life is always evolving. Things never stop moving. I know that with that peace comes the chaos, and there is a trade-off. I am in this with all of you in this rocky, wavy rowboat that we're calling life while the waves crash over the edge and we're not sure where end is in sight, but we're together and we're doing our damnedest to stay in the flow. I hope that you are able to gather some peace from what I'm saying today. I had already, you know, cast our sacred space before you joined me today. And I want you to know that there have been ancestors with us that are speaking to me. And I know that you have been trying to get to the point where you hear them too. And some of you are like actually there. It just what it is, and I'm compelled to tell you this. Um, what it is trusting yourself, trusting that when you hear an answer, when you ask, your grandma who crossed over, 12 years ago, when you ask her, you know, why I wish you had taught me this before you left. When you hear a response from her, trust yourself. But if you hear a voice that says, you never were any good at any of that stuff anyways, blah, blah, blah. If you hear this like negative response, I want to tell you that is most likely not your grandma. And if you need help figuring that out, that's what I'm for. So reach out if you need me. I'm going to pull one card. I wonder what it has to say to us today. It is the Ten of Cups. A nice balanced card. A nice balanced card. It is an even number. Cups representing, abundance and success and reaching of goals. This card, I think the picture will say it all. We're talking about finding our peace. We're talking about um, allowing ourselves to access memories from our childhood and reaching way back and letting go of some of that pain from years and years and years ago that has affected us coming forward, but gee, does it need to affect us any longer? This Ten of Cups card, I'll leave you with this. I didn't even remember to light my candle. It's a good thing I have that one. Thank you for joining me today for 420 Tarot. I hope you're using your own intuition to take a look at this card and see what it might mean for you. But I wish you all peace this evening. And remember to take a moment for yourself as you doze off to sleep tonight. Let go of that which no longer serves you. Stay magical.